Okay, chapter 5.2. We are adding and subtracting decimal numbers. The key here is decimals have to be lined up. You may need to place zeros in empty spots. We did this a little bit in chapter 5.1. So with this one, on A, 23.85, then 1.604. I don't care that they're mismatched. If that bothers you, put a 0 above the 4. So nothing plus 4 is 4. 5 plus nothing is 5. 8 plus 6 is 14. We bring the 4 down. We carry the 1. We bring our decimal down into our answer. 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 5. And 2 plus nothing is 2. Number next, I like to put the largest number on here first and then everything under it. So 22 and then point, so 22 point, our lining up our decimals, 0, 0, 1, 43.89. By the way, if you are NEAT challenged, I suggest getting graph paper. So 1 plus nothing is 1. 5 plus 1 plus nothing, 6. 6 plus nothing plus 9 is 15. Bring the 5 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. Plus nothing plus 8 is 16. Carry the 6 down, bring your decimal down, carry the 1. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 4 more is 12. Carry 1, and that gives us 800. 829.6561. And then 45. Where's my decimal? I don't see one. Does it go here? No. 0.45 is not the same thing as 45. So the decimal goes after a number that has no decimal. It's an implied decimal place. So 45.00, and we're going to add under that 2.06. So 6, 0, and 7, and 4. Alright? Then, with subtraction, 3.62 minus 4.78. Ooh, that's bad. You don't want to do it that direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to take negative 4.78, and then under that we're going to add 3.62. Now, the key here is these are opposite signs, which means we have to subtract. 8 minus 2 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. The sign of the bigger number is minus, and so our answer has to be negative. And I'm going to kind of do these out of order. Look at G. Subtract 3 from. This is a big fat hairy deal, and I'm pretty sure I told you in chapters 2 and again in 3 and probably in 4 as well. These always, always, always and forever will switch places. So I take my 6.98 and then I minus my 3, and again a number that has no decimal, the decimal goes at the end. And you can put the zeros on there. So when I subtract, I get 0.98, and then for my whole number I get 3. And I just want to remind you, this wording is never ever never going away. Even when you get in 150, it'll still be there to haunt you. So if you get friendly with it now, it won't bite you later. I promise you. And again, minus and minus, chop chop is plus. So I'm just going to rewrite it without the double signs. Now what we want to do is put the bigger number on top and then put the smaller number underneath it. So I'm just going to mark that out. And, ooh, 1 minus 6 I can't do. And I can't steal something from nothing. So I got to come all the way over to this 4, steal 1 from it, that makes that a 10. Steal 1 from that makes it a 9, and makes that an 11. So 11 minus 6 is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. And 3 minus 2 is 1. The sign of our bigger number is positive, so our answer is positive. Then plus a minus is the same thing as just minus. So I'm going to say 3.62 minus 4.78. Hey, guess what? We just did that one in part D. Negative 4.76 and then plus 3.62 again became negative 1.16. Are you okay? If not, ask questions. Now 11.01, and I'm just going to go ahead and put another 0 on the end of that because I see what's going to happen here. So minus 0.862. Now I'm going to steal 1 from this 1, makes it a 0, put it on the 0, and that makes it 10, so that gives us an 8 here. But 0 minus 6 is an issue. So I'm going to steal 1 from that, makes it 0, makes that 10, but I got to steal again, so that's 9, makes this 10. Now once I get to that point, I don't steal again. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 8 is 1, and 10 minus nothing is 10, and the sign of our bigger number is positive. I hope your head isn't spinning. Now, if you owe and you owe more. If you owe more, you have to add them. So negative 5.8 minus 1.7. If they're the same, you have to add them. So 8 plus 7 is 15. Carry the 1 down. I can't say it. Carry the 5 down and the 1 up. And then 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7. And our answer has to be negative. Whew. Alright. I hope I'm not making you dizzy with all the moving. Now my x is 2.8. So all I'm going to do is replace my x with 2.8. Then our formula says minus. And then our y, I'm going to replace with 0.92. So then, minus 0.92, and I'm just going to mark that out. Steal 1 from the 8, makes that a 7, and I add it to the 0, so that makes it an 8. 8 minus 2 is, 10 minus 2 is 8. 7 minus 9 I can't do, so I steal 1 from the 2, add it to the 7. So 17 minus 9 is 8. And then 1 minus nothing is 1. Now, is 2.3 a solution of 6.3 equals x plus 4? Well, all I do is replace my x with 2.3. So 2.3 plus 4 is 6.3. And this answer looks exactly like that answer. So this is, yep, it is a solution. Now, simplify. These x's are on the exact same side of equals. And I'm going to use a calculator. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. 11.1 plus 9.4 gives us 20.5x minus, and then negative 4.9 and minus 6.3. So, and I want to show you how I'm going to do this on the calculator. You take negative 6.3 and then minus 4.9, and that gives us a negative 11.2. There is nothing you can do with this to combine it because this has an x and this doesn't. So this is what I call a QIYD. Quit, idiot, you're done. Don't try to do any more, just leave it at that. Now, in your book, and you either have one in your hand or you've got one on the computer, on page 348, example 15, it's dealing with questions from a bar graph. If you can't do it, ask us to help you to understand it. Now, perimeter. I know we've got perimeter formulas, but we don't exactly have a perimeter formula for something like this. Just remember that perimeter is the distance around the outside of a polygon. In other words, add up all of the sides that are on the outside of the picture they give you. Well, these are inside, so that's not it. These are inside, that's not part of it, our perimeter. But this is on the outside, and this one's on the outside, so this is 70 feet. So I would take 70 plus 70. But this is a half a circle and this is a half a circle. So two half circles will give us one whole circle, and it has a radius of 10 feet. So we have to find the circumference, which is 2 times radius times pi. So we take 2 times 10, and we're going to use 3.14 for pi. And so when we do that, and I'm going to use a calculator, 2 times 10 times 3.14 gives us 62.8. Alright, so take 62.8 plus 70 plus 70, and now our perimeter is 202.8